It's not about politics, it's like a pure economic reckoning, and many of our economists believe it's going to happen. Same refers to India and goods manufactured there. It's the same as with China. So for the United States, the benefit is not obvious, and for the countries against which the threat was voiced, like for India, if India stops buying our energy, damage will be inflicted upon them, like to $9 to $10 billion if they decline to buy energy from us. If not, high duties will be imposed on them, and once again, damage will be there. Well, the same amount of damage. And why then decline to buy Russian energy to actually sustain political risks? And the Indian people will look at what decisions are made by the political leadership and never accept any humiliation before anyone. And also I know Prime Minister Modi, he will never take any steps of the kind. So economy-wise, there is no point in it. With respect to uranium, well, it is actually kind of type of fuel.
And he says that Russia is a paper tiger.
No. A paper tiger. Well, I've said that Russia has been waging a war not against Ukraine, but all NATO countries put together. So if we speak... Well, you've asked me what has been happening on the front line, battlefield line. I'll come back to the tiger thing, but all along the battlefield line, our troops have been advancing. The northern group in the Kharkiv region, there's a location of Volchansk, and in the Sumy region, there's also a location called Yunakovka. It has been transferred to our control, and we have taken half of Volchansk. I think it is a matter of time. The other half will be retaken soon, and a security buffer zone is being established in a firm and resolute manner, as planned. The western group of our troops has virtually fully... Well, two-thirds of Kupiansk have been taken, which is a location where we have seized the center, and the hostilities have moved to the south. Another major location called Kirovsk has been transferred to our control, and the southern group of our troops has entered the city of Konstantinovka. This is one of the defense bastions like Konstantinovka, Sloviansk and Kramatorsk, which are the fortifications that had been created for more than 10 years with the help of the Western professionals and military professionals, but we have approached and entered those, including also Seversk, a major location too, and hostilities are ongoing there. The central group of our army has been quite active and efficient in operations, and they have entered the location of Krasnoarmeysk, the south of it. I will not delve into detail, also because I just don't want to inform our foe, strange as it might seem, because this might seem strange, my words, but actually they don't know what has been happening. They have very little coordination, so I would not wish to supply information to them, but our soldiers work there. Okay, with respect to the Eastern Group, it has been advancing rapidly at a good pace in the north of Zaporozhye region and Dnipro region, and the Dnieper region, regional group also is quite effective and confident. So 0.13% of Lugansk region is what is still controlled by the adversary, so we will retake that, and 19-something% is still controlled by of Donetsk region is still controlled by the adversary. 24 to 25% is the remaining territory under the control of the Zaporozhye and Kherson regions, and I'm in control of the Ukrainians, and we hold the strategic initiative in a confident way in all these locations, but actually we've been advancing steadily and resolutely. Are we a paper tiger? Then what is NATO in this case? What is NATO like if we're a paper tiger? Okay. The main thing for us is to maintain our confidence, and we are confident. United Europe tried to stoke up hysteria. They say that the war with the Russians is in the offing, and they keep repeating that gibberish over and over again. I look and hear what has been said. I'm bewildered. Can they be serious? Can they believe in what they're saying, that Russia is trying to attack them? This is impossible to believe. And they try to convince their own people of that, and they may be non-competent. Either non-competent if they believe in that, because it's impossible to believe in this nonsense, or they may be decent enough, because they do not believe in that themselves, but try to convince their own people. Just calm down and sleep quiet and try to get to grips with your problem.
На мой взгляд, президент Трамп, мы знакомы с ним давно, он так любит и ипотировать немножко, мы все это видим, во всем мире это видим. Но он, в принципе, такой человек, который умеет слушать, как ни странно. Слушает, слышит, реагирует. То есть он, в принципе, такой комфортный собеседник, я бы сказал. Вот. И то, что мы предприняли попытку поискать и найти возможные варианты решения украинского кризиса, на мой взгляд, это неплохо.
Gaza was turned into the biggest children's cemetery in the world. What could be more tragic? As for the proposal of President Trump's on Gaza, it might come as a surprise to you, but Russia is ready to support it. If, of course, we need to give it a close look, to read it carefully. If this leads to its final objective that we have been speaking forever, starting from 1948 and then in 1974 when the UN resolution was adopted, Russia has always stood for the two states to be established, the state of Israel and the state of Palestine.